I'm Rob, and this is the Barefoot review for Rez Infinite in VR. So where to begin? This is a music-based, I'm hesitant to say rhythm-style game. What ends up happening here is you only use one of your controllers, be it on your Vive or be it on your Oculus, and you point at the enemies as they come at you. If you hold in your trigger while you're shooting, it'll let you target a couple at a time. And then as soon as you release, boom, all of them start getting hit. You can also click and shoot at any individual targets. There's also power-ups that you can use. And the power-ups move you from starting off being a ball into looking kind of like a very polygonal type dude that's flying around until eventually he looks more and more like a solid person, and then you become a guy sitting in a meditative pose kind of floating around, and you get past that and you're back to like a ball, and then you can become a baby. It's kind of weird, but it isn't really important. All it is an indicator showing you how much health you have, because every time you start taking too many hits, you start progressing backwards, and if you get back too far, you're dead and it's over. So what happens is you fly around the stage on rails, so you're not controlling your character at all. But it doesn't take away from the game, because you have so much stuff coming at you and breaking off and flying at you from underneath and from above and sometimes from the back. It's just fun aiming and shooting. You push through the level, you take out as many of the bad guys as you can until it brings you up to a boss. And the bosses are kind of interesting. Usually there's like a center point that you have to hit because the boss has its own health bar, but they keep throwing so much stuff at you that it's kind of difficult to keep taking care of everything they're throwing at you, not getting hit by the stuff that's flying at you, and still hitting the boss until you brought its health bar down, and then you kill it. Once you finish that, it brings you to a place where it brings up all of your stats, be it how many times you've hit them versus how many of them got away, that sort of stuff. So I can't review this game without talking about the music, and it's got really interesting music. I found myself kind of bopping along a little bit while I was playing, just because you kind of get so in the zone. The only problem is I didn't want to bop along, I didn't want to move my head too much, because I don't want to make you guys at home that are watching this motion sick from seeing my head swinging around and everything kind of having a shake feel. The Rez game series originated on the PlayStation side of things. Eventually it came over to the PS4 and had its own VR mode, and now we've got it here on PC. This game had very basic looking graphics, and from watching the gameplay footage and watching the trailers and stuff, it didn't really grab me, but I wanted to give it a chance because it is from a larger publisher. It is something that looks like it could possibly be one of those that flies under a lot of people's radar. I'm glad I did. Now let's get to the actual review of this game. The price of Rez is $27.99 Canadian. Out of 5. How many thumping babies in a ball shooting at funky polygon spaceships out of 5 would I give this? I'd give it a 4 out of 5, and it's a solid 4. I decided to not play this heavily and hard all the way through, so I took breaks in between. I'm guessing it took me about an hour and a half, 2 hours to blow through the main levels, but there's a lot of other stuff to go through, and that's not counting time attack or score attack or any of that sort of stuff. I really would highly recommend this game. The motion didn't bother me at all, and I can be prone to motion sickness. The only time that I started feeling a little bit goofy was later on when they kind of got rid of some of the lines and they started showing more fully 3D rendered objects. Then when you're swooping over everything, it kind of started messing me up a little bit. Most of you guys with iron stomachs, this won't bother you at all. I'm not going to say this game is bereft of a story mode. There is a story mode that you can kind of play through. It's not super emotionally touching. It's not a lot of deep What it is it's an excuse for you to fly around and shoot bad guys. And when I was shooting the bad guys, I was having a lot of fun. I would highly recommend this game if this type of thing sounds interesting to you. Want to thank you so much for watching our videos. Once more, feel free to check out our other stuff. I love to hear from you. Make comments underneath in the YouTube channel. If you want to reach out to us on Reddit, that's fine as well, or through Facebook. Don't forget, like, subscribe, talk to us. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, if there's something you want to see. I'm all ears. And that's it. I think we're out of here. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you again real soon. See ya.